everybody, and welcome to another episode of Thank You for Coming, right here on 2MB Studios, coming at you live on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're live for some improv comedy. How are you tonight? It's Sunday. It's April 11th. I believe this is the anniversary weekend of the Titanic sinking. Deal with that as you will. I believe it sank tomorrow, but I think it already hit the iceberg historically. That's not important to anything. That's just what happened a very long time ago. Yeah, I don't think, Raj Gentleman, I don't think you knew that. And now you do. Now you know that we're in the midst of the time where the Titanic hit the iceberg and is just waiting for its unfortunate, untimely end. But enough about sad things. Let's talk about happy things. I'm very happy to be here for another episode of Thank You for Coming. For those of you who, yes, there were a lot of those towards the end. Thank you. As we try to segue out of it, we're going to keep going back into it, I think. This show, if you're watching for the first time, I invite two improvisers who've never met and never played together to meet on the digital virtual stage for the very first time and do a scene together. The most beautiful thing in the improv world is a simple two-person scene, in my opinion. And to see two seasoned improvisers who've never met before come together and do that together on a stage, it is fantastic. So I have two amazing improvisers who are going to be joining me in just a minute. But before I welcome my fantastic improvisers to the show, I want to tell you about a couple things. First of all, 3weeks.courses is a dear friend of 2MB Studios. 3weeks.courses gives you a 3-week window into learning something new. It could be anything from how to do your taxes, how to improve your mobility and flexibility, writing silly poetry, whatever, a great deal of things. I believe there's also a class on how people in the entertainment world can handle their finances. Fantastic glimpses into the world of learning new skills. So 3weeks.courses, definitely check it out. They're good friends of the show. Lots of great classes. And definitely worth your time. The second thing I want to talk about is Patreon. 2MB Studios has a Patreon, and that means if you subscribe to the Patreon, you're going to give money to the channel, which is going to help them pay the artists and pay the incredible staff of employees who run 2MB Studios, the countless employees. They have three employees that do so much work. I don't even know if they're employees. I'm using the word employees because that they do work for this channel, but they work very hard to make this channel what it is and bring this content to you. So by subscribing to the Patreon, you're going to help them out. And there's different levels. First of all, if you did $2 a month, you would join at the crouton level. The crouton level, gets you basic channel support and some behind the scenes content. That's the minimum. Everyone can do $2 a month to help out. But if you were to go to the highest level, the 7th level, which is muffins with butter, the muffins with butter level, that's $25 a month, $25 a month. That may not be for everybody, but that's already less than most gym memberships right there. Boom. And you're improving your mind and your soul. That gives you it gives you a $5 monthly donation to the Showing Up PayPal pool, which is another great show that is exclusive for some Patreon contents. You'll also get a shout out. You'll get VIP access to Twitch. You get your own private Discord channel. You can talk about the shows you're seeing. You get 2MB swag bag with cool stuff in it. You get a monthly Zoom hang where you get to. Have you ever been on Zoom? Because it's really fun. And if you haven't been on Zoom, you're missing out. And if you haven't been on Zoom, where have you been for the past year? And finally, you get to visit the prize vault. All these amazing things are available to you if you become a Patreon subscriber. So check it out. You try pretty hard and you succeed. Raj Gentleman is one of those amazing three improvisers. They're all three amazing three improvisers. They're also three hardworking people who are working to bring great content to you from the 2MB channel. So, speaking of great content, I'm going to bring out my guest improvisers for tonight, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Give it up for Margaret Hunsicker.
Hi!
Hi!
That's me!
It's you. You're here. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm excited to have you on the show. I'm excited to see you play with your fantastic scene partner tonight. Oh, you're getting shout outs already. Look at this. You're getting
Yay!
That was a shout out for prizes, but then immediately followed up, there was a shout out for you. So there you go. Your scene partner tonight, coming all the way from Orlando, Florida. this is an improviser who I've literally watched this improviser grow up into an incredibly skilled improviser. Please give it up for Clarissa Moon.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for that introduction. Wow.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I think the first time I met you, Clarissa, you were very young, as I recall.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got a shout out as well. Here it comes.
Please.
Another. Yeah. Yeah.
I can make Florida jokes.
Yeah, we're gonna have some Florida jokes. I think all three of us have Florida connections.
We do.
I believe so. Yeah. So Margaret, you're from Orlando, is that correct?
Yeah. Yep. Born in Arnold Hospital. Arnold Palmer, which is not words I can say really well. It's now Winnie Palmer, where I delivered Jimmy John's to when I was in college.
Excellent. Very, very fun. I've driven by that hospital numerous times. It's a lovely hospital.
It's shaped like a womb, and you walk in.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like big circle, and then you walk in, and it's like a long fountains on either side. You really feel like you're going through the birth canal. It's like on the nose.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe someday I'll go in there. I don't know.
You never know.
That's all right. Clarissa, Margaret, introduce yourselves to each other.
Hi, I'm Clarissa.
Nailed it.
Hi, Clarissa. Oh my God, we're poster twins. It's the like in the middle of the dictionary encyclopedia, like glossy pages. Poster.
Yeah. Mine has all the names. Of the different scientific names of succulents.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Mine's just various red and pink flowers.
I also have many plants and
wow.
where I'm sitting.
Woo! Hey, look at that.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Already vibing so hard.
Yeah, it's already you're already crushing it. This is already what I was hoping would happen. This connection is already forming. All right. So this part of the show where we're gonna get to know each other a little bit. So the first question that I'm gonna ask you, it's just to get to know each other a little bit better. What meal screams comfort food to you, and why? I was thinking about food because I'm hungry. So I was thinking, what's a good question? So Margaret, you go first. When you think of comfort food, what's the first food that comes to your mind, and why is that your comfort food?
Well, I feel like I'm a basic bitch because you're like, oh yeah, chicken noodle soup. Yep.
Why is that your?
Yeah, I mean, I used to beg for it as a kid. The Campbell's cans, and then I would make it for myself, and then in college, and then I discovered pho, which is way better. But a similar sort of you get the noodles and a meat in there. So yeah, I would say, I mean, mine is probably pho, but my roots, my heart, it's said chicken noodle soup.
Nice. Clarissa, same question to you. What meal screams comfort food to you, and why?
I'm gonna go with chocolate chip pancakes. My siblings and I have two sisters, and we would binge watch TV shows together. And so one summer we binge watched How I Met Your Mother, and they had a thing that on Sundays, Marshall made pancakes, and we were like, that sounds delicious. So we started making pancakes together, and as a team made the best pancakes I'd ever had in my whole life. And so every time I make chocolate chip pancakes, it reminds me of those times, and makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Oh.
And so are the pancakes. They're all warm and fuzzy inside.
So when you're making a pancake, let me ask you this: how much syrup do you put on, and what kind of syrup? Do you like too much? Do you like a lot of syrup? Do you like it to be saturated? Do you like it just be barely wet? So, how do y'all eat your pancakes?
If I'm making chocolate chip pancakes, no syrup, because the chips are the own. Controversy. I don't put any syrup if it's chocolate chip. But if it's plain pancake, I like to dip it on the side.
Oh, I imagine you holding it like a chip and just being like.
Wait, I have chopsticks actually that I very easily dip it.
I feel like I would choke on a pancake if it wasn't saturated with syrup. Texturally.
Sure.
It'd be too dry without it.
I love that you brought up pancakes because before we started the show, Margaret and I were chatting, and I expressed my love of the IHOP in Chicago. Of all the food you can talk about in that city, I talked about IHOP.
The famous Chicago IHOPs.
Yeah, it's big. It looks just like all the other ones.
Well, it is famous for a reason. I think it's the only one in the city. I don't think there's any other IHOPs in Chicago.
Really? I feel like I pass by it all the time, but we were talking about you lived in the same area that I currently live in. So of course I pass it all the time. Yeah.
If anyone out there wants to fact check that, please feel free. Keep us honest. Thank you for coming.
Just go into Google Maps, research the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to know if there's any IHOPs in Chicago other than the one. Okay. All right, non-libertarian. All right.
Okay.
Then prove it. If it's fake news, then prove it. Prove that I'm fake. All right. So now I'm going to ask you both sort of an improv question, sort of to kind of get your feelings on improv. Because, well, first of all, how long have you both been doing improv? That's not the question. That's just an additional question that I'd like to know.
15 years. I started as a teenager.
Nice.
I like to think of improv as the family business. So I've been technically attending improv classes since birth. I am the product of people who met doing improv. Yeah. And so I've been attending classes and shows over at SAT Comedy Lab since birth, but I started taking classes there as soon as I could, which I think was in 2014. So technically I've been officially receiving improv training for 7 years.
Do you know Rob?
Rob Ward?
Rob Ward, yeah.
Yes.
He was my first improv teacher back in the day, yeah.
Look at this. Connections. I love it. Oh, man, that's fun. I've been fact-checked, and for the record, according to Kenzie, there are 9 IHOPs in Chicago. Cool. All right.
Roasted in the chat.
Yeah. I hope you're happy, non-libertarian. All right. I hope you're happy. Okay.
Right.
So my question for you in terms of improv is, there's a lot of conversation around the rules of improv. What is your personal philosophy on the rules?
Well, I teach improv, so I have a lot of thoughts on the rules.
Sure, yeah.
On the rules. I would say that the most important one is if it's not fun, throw it away and try something else. That's what I always try to remind myself to do. So that's my big improv mantra is if you're not having fun with it, do it a different way. You know what I mean? So it's technically I feel like you can break any of the rules if it's the right time and the right place with enough trust in your partner. But when you're starting out, I feel like the rules really give you a nice jungle gym to hang on to until you can break free and do whatever.
Nice. Yeah, I totally agree. I one of the things when I was teaching, I would always say every rule can be broken, but don't go out to try to break the rules. You'll know when it's right. It's one of those things. You'll just know it. You'll just know it. You're like, oh, I should totally say no right now, or I should do this. And you're like, but it's against the rules. No, you're right. Follow that instinct.
Yeah.
Cool. How about you, Clarissa? What are your thoughts on that question?
Yeah, I agree. I think the rules are there for good reason of this is theoretically what an improv scene should be. I think especially for beginners, I totally agree. It's a good structure to hold on to. I'm a stickler for narrative. So there are very few times when a scene shouldn't have a beginning, middle, and end. But if a scene does not have a beginning, middle, and end, it better have a very good reason. I'm a staunch, narratively driven improviser, even in moments. And more game scenes, I am a stickler for it. It has to have a narrative. It has to have a story, even if it's just a clue game story. So I think there are times when you can break the rules and you can, if that is the instinct and that is the best place for the scene to go, then go for it. Because then you get dangerous into getting into formula if you stick too much to the rules. But honestly, I don't think there are that many rules. I think there's some rules that always have to be there, but other than that, a lot of them are just guidelines of, you probably want to do this if you're in this situation.
Very cool. Nice. All right. So I asked you each to think of a question to ask each other. So, Margaret, what question will you have for Clarissa?
Okay. What skill would you want to? No, wait. Okay, I wrote down 2 questions. I just changed my mind.
Oh, yeah.
What's the last thing you read that you really liked?
I read, I started reading Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller.
Tell me about it, because I don't know it.
So I'm a huge Greek mythology nerd, and I love reading about Greek mythology. Big Percy Jackson fan, all of those books. And somebody suggested Song of Achilles to me, and it's basically a retelling of the Trojan War and Achilles' story. And I started reading it. It's really good. I haven't finished it yet because I got a little busy, but it's really a fantastic and beautiful telling of mythology that's character driven, of like, you get to see their emotions. Yes, thanks, Kenzie.
I'm in. I love Greek mythology. I'm in.
That is the last thing I read.
Nice.
I'm sitting in a room with so many books. This is my library, but also my bedroom.
Library first, bedroom second.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
That's good. Your priorities are completely in order. And that's
on the stacks.
Yeah, I remember, I got into Greek mythology. I was so into it as a kid, and, I still really like it because it's so interesting. They're all different characters, telling different stories with all the same characters. And I was thinking the other day about, like in the 5th grade or whatever, I really thought Greek mythology was going to have a bigger part of my adult life because we spent so much time learning about it that I was like, I really thought I'd be talking about Greek mythology more. It comes up in the crosswords.
Yeah, it does. You do crosswords. I do crosswords.
I love crosswords.
The New York Times crossword.
Yeah.
See, I'm the person that my family always asks when they're like, "Who's the god of love?" And it's Aphrodite, right? And I'm like, "No, technically not. It's technically."
Well, we had a lot of them, depending.
Yes,
on the culture.
It depends.
Oh, hi.
We'll tell you what's happening. We're talking. We're getting to know each other. That's what's happening.
We're talking Greek mythology.
We're talking Greek mythology. We talked pancakes. We fact checked. We're moving. The show is. It's already.
We're learning fundamental rules of journalism.
Oh, good. We got a quick recap here. There we go.
oh! Thank you, Kenzie. There are 9 IHOPs in
yes,
Chicago.
we know there are 9 IHOPs in Chicago. All right.
Little
I was wrong.
You'd be getting a briefing on IHOPs in Chicago. It's very important information for your adult life.
Yeah.
Clarissa, what is your question for Margaret?
Okay, I'm going to ask you one of my favorite hypothetical questions of all time. You have been gifted a monkey. This monkey can be trained to do anything, but it can only be one thing. So it can be a skill. So a lot of people say, like, I want it to be my personal chef. So if you were gifted a monkey, what is like the one skill or like trade or profession you would want it to be trained to do?
I'm going to ignore the implications of making this monkey do what I want. And I'm going to say that he has to be my driver. I want a driver. I want someone to drive me places. Okay, so me and my boyfriend and our other pod member have during the pandemic just been driving as fun because we're not going in places and we get to get out of the house and see things. So we'll drive a long time and then we'll all get really annoyed and oh, what are you doing? You're going too fast. No, you're going too slow. So it's I would like a perfect driver in this situation to just be able to take over. And I would hope that this monkey really enjoys driving and gets a lot of.
We'll say that. We'll say the monkey gets compensation. It is really good. It's been healthcare.
Yeah, I'm the speed racer of the group. I'm the like, I'm gonna take this left turn even if I don't really have time, and like don't really see obstacles, pedestrians.
Oh, good Lord.
You know, I'm kidding.
They're just roadblocks.
I'm not kidding. I'm wanted in 5 states. No. Well, awesome. So right now in the chat, we're going to get these two improvising together. So what we need is a location from you. Any location at all. A place where two people can go. They can meet. We have had Meat Locker. We've had Ferris Wheel. We've had a Little League baseball game. We've had a lot of suggestions. So like any place is great. So go ahead and throw some suggestions up in the Twitch chat. If you're watching and you don't know what that means we just need a place where they can have an improv scene. The two of them, Margaret and Clarissa, will improvise in a location. All right, we got some things coming in. Ooh, I think this, all right. Oh, they're starting to come in. Oh, a lot of these are really good. Okay, I like this one. A caboose. I like this one. A caboose. They're all great. All the suggestions are great. Just like inside of a purse, that's really fun. The cookie aisle, all of these are great suggestions. But caboose, like I read it, it made me laugh out loud, and I was like, that's the one I want to see a scene. So we're gonna do a scene in or at a caboose. All right, so I'm gonna pop you both off the screen. We will now see a scene in or around a caboose. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, of course. I've never been anywhere where the pores are.
Yeah. You know, I've been hopping around trains for years now. It'll get you where you want to go.
Wow. You know, this is exactly what I pictured when I ran away from my rich family and my rich husband.
Oh.
Tell me, have you ever had toast?
What is that?
Toast?
Toast?
Toasted bread?
I know what bread is. I know what bread. What it?
I want to know everything about you, Jonah.
Penelope, I know you think we're meant for each other, and I love that you've run away with me. I don't know if I'm good enough for you. I don't know what this toast thing is.
Oh, it's what I assumed all poor people ate.
I just get the scraps from the kitchen.
Wow. Scraps from the kitchen. How romantic.
Yeah, I didn't think of that way. I saw some apple cores and
Jonah, it's the most interesting thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, look out these windows. Seeing the world rushing by, the smell of the exhaust, the burning coal.
Yeah, it'll take you right out, and it's great. Don't breathe it in too hard.
Well, why not?
To make you pass out, and then it's a great sleep aid.
A health risk. I've never had a health risk before.
I'm very happy for you.
Oh, Jonah. Tell me, what's the first thing you thought when you saw me?
I said, hey, that girl's real fancy.
I bet you never thought I'd run away from it all and hop on the dirty back of a train. I'll throw it all away just to follow love, passion, and adventure.
No, I never thought that. But here you are, and honestly, I didn't think I could be this happy.
Tell me about your family.
Well, there's Ma. She died when I was 6. And there's my Pa. He died when I was 7. And then I went to the orphanage with all my brothers and sisters. There's 8 of us right after that. And we worked in the factories for a while. And that's how I lost 2 of my brothers and sisters. And then I did some crimes. and I've been running from the law ever since.
What an adventure.
Yeah. You know, when you break into a couple stores and steal some money, they want to come after you.
So, in one of your letters you sent me,
Yes.
I have it right here. In one of your letters you said, I can't wait to live a soft and easy life with you.
Yes.
What did you mean?
I think I've been afraid my whole life of people catching up to me, getting arrested. But I think that when I saw you, I saw freedom. I saw a life where I could relax and breathe easy and live on a farm and raise cows where no one could ever find us. And we could grow old there. And I never thought about the future much before.
Wow. Jonah, when I saw you, I thought, that's freedom. I could just never settle down anywhere, hop from train to train, eat nothing but toast, maybe even get into some trouble.
Oh. Seems that we might have a miscommunication.
But Jonah, I love you.
I love you too. Penelope, if you want to continue running and I don't, what will we do?
If you love me, you'll set me free. You'll take my stupid rich person life. You'll eat my crumpets. You'll go to my estates and ride my ponies.
Even the little one.
Even the littlest one. Kenzie.
So we just switch lives.
Switch lives.
Would your family accept me, Penelope?
To be honest, I don't think they'll notice.
No, we look exactly alike for some reason. That's also what I thought when I first saw you. I said, wow.
We're really similar.
Very fancy lady.
We look exactly alike. This is it. Our paths diverge.
I suppose it is. I guess I won't have a mailing address then.
Just send it on a dove. The doves in my estate know where to find me.
Well,
darling, do you have any questions before you go?
Yes. Do you think the Havisham family will accept me? What happens if they find out?
They won't. They'll accept you. Just say it with me. Taxation is a scam.
Taxation is a scam.
Mm-hmm. You deserve what you're born with.
You deserve what you are born with.
Oh, there it is. More sugar in my tea, please.
And more sugar in my tea, please.
You're natural.
Oh, do you have any questions about living on the run?
Yes. If someone's got a gun to my face and I'm trapped and there's 3 walls behind me,
yes.
How do I get out?
You go for the nuts.
Go for the nuts. The
yes.
Cashews or?
The almonds. Always the almonds.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Go for the nuts. So simple.
The good advice for life, too.
Yeah, go for the almonds or the cashews. Really fun scene. You're welcome, Kenzie. Surprise. The tech is me. I know. That's right. Shocking world. So great. Some great moments. First of all, a shout out. You named, was it your small pony Kenzie? Is that what it was?
Uh-huh.
So Kenzie, you got a shout out in the show. The Littlest Pony.
The Littlest
Um,
Pony.
The Littlest Pony. Some really fun lines. I've never had a health risk before.
That was good. That was good.
And I, as the tech, really enjoyed the dirty butt back of a train.
The caboose.
The dirty butt back of a train.
This is crazy. I just watched Snowpiercer. It was the last movie I watched, which is a dystopian film about all of humanity has been extinctified, except for people who are on a super high-tech train that just circles the earth. And everyone else is dead. They froze to death, and the train is the only place you can be alive. But they've put everyone based on their class. Like the people in the back of the train are like poor. They have to eat cockroaches. The people at the front of the train are like very rich. They get saunas and spas, and it's so they like travel in the movie throughout the train in these different like class structures. It's neat.
Is that the movie is that Chris Evans? Is he in that movie?
Yes, he is. And
All right.
Tilda Swinton.
Get out.
Which is why
That's a different movie.
That is a different movie. Yes. Thank you. How did that feel improvising together for the first time?
fun.
So fun. I love those characters. I love that you both started with such strong choices. I love that. And then we had to figure out how they're going to live together. That's always so much fun to watch. What are some takeaways and thoughts you had from your scene?
Margaret, you were so giving. Wow. There was so many offers. So I was like, it's Christmas.
And you were so also so giving and like such a great, well-paced performer where I'm like, yes, this is a very comfortable person to improvise with.
Oh.
Nice.
It's always
so fun
when you can play a hobo,
Yeah, that is. I think there was definitely a time in my improv life where anytime the suggestion was train or anything or like chili or soup, I'm like I'm going to turn that into a hobo. I'm going to be and it is the kind of has the stick with the little bag on the end, living off the rails. Like I love
like
that
the
character.
Polar Express guy.
Oh yeah,
one of the Tom Hanks characters.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that character. That movie creeped me out.
Yeah, it's that uncanny valley. They got they got too close to looking like real people.
Yeah, and then when Tom Hanks was like all of them, you're like,
And
I never thought I'd say too much Tom Hanks.
He did the capture for the little boy too. The capture for the little boy, all the body capture stuff was all him, which I recently learned. Like all those facial expressions, all him.
Nuts.
Wow. What? Way to go, Tom Hanks. Way to take work away from a child.
Are you happy?
Yeah. I want Tom Hanks on my show so I can grill him about that. So much fun to watch you improvise. I've decided that I want to improvise with you. So we had Caboose. We can get a new suggestion or we can go back to the old list. So we're going to give people a minute if they want to throw a couple more locations up there to see what happens. Otherwise, I'll pick a different one from the list. Do either of you have anything that you would like to pitch to the audience or anything that you have upcoming or anything you like or that you would like to share with everyone?
Oh yeah, I'm in a show right now. It's called
great. Please tell us.
Yeah, Kinsey's actually the director of it. It's really great. It explores themes of robbery and rich people. If you will call those themes. I play one of the Zeros, which are like our heroes, but they're kind of not always great people. And it involves live music. So we've done a lot of like technical finagling. There's live chamber music in it. And that is next Friday and next Sunday are our next two shows.
Excellent. Very cool. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry, did you say that's going to be online or is that?
Oh, it's online. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Awesome. Clarissa, what do you have going on? Anything?
Yeah, technically, I've for a while been part of a super cool online interactive show called The Secret Library. This guy, wait, am I pointing the right way?
Wrong way. There you go.
This guy does it with me. It's super fun. So if you like improv and interactive, definitely check it out. It's called The Secret Library. You can get tickets at secretlibrary.io.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's super fun.
All right. We got a lot of great suggestions. Honestly, I wish we could do them all because they're all super fun. But it got upvoted, so we're going to go inside of a purse. A scene inside of a purse. So we're going to go into our green room, then we're going to come back inside. I'm going to get thrown out next. I know it.
No.
I know it.
Stanley, you have been the lone cough drop inside of this purse for 15 years, and you're not going to stop now.
She's cleaning it out, though. She's making choices, and I'm not going to make the cut.
No, she always thinks to herself, but what if I need it later?
Yeah, man. You're probably good. I mean, if anybody's getting thrown out, it's me, the newest guy. CVS receipt.
Yeah, you got so many coupons attached to you, though. And they don't expire for like 4 months.
They're really good coupons, is what I'm saying.
That's why you're not going anywhere. You have value.
Sure.
What value do I have?
If she has a sore throat, you're the most valuable thing in her purse.
I'm a half-wrapped halls of medicine. Half-wrapped. I got leather bits on me from the interior of the purse.
You know, sometimes that's enough.
I
Hey,
don't know.
positive self-affirmations. All of us together. Read it from my receipt. You
deserve love.
I love that CVS puts that on its receipts because it makes you feel good about going. Like Walgreens, assholes. They don't care, but CVS cares.
I wonder if she'll ever find me again. I tied up her hair like 2 years ago, and she dropped me in there, and I've just been at the bottom ever since.
You're gonna be safe. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
The emergency scrunchie is like, it's like finding gold in the hills in 1849. Like you are safe.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. I'm a black scrunchie, and the inside of the bag is also a black color, and I don't know. I don't know. The black silk fabric is so shiny, but is the light gonna catch it?
Hey,
I ask myself that.
Hey, positive self-affirmations. You deserve love.
I deserve love.
Hey, Scrunchy.
Yeah, Hulk.
Can you tell us again what it was like on her wrist?
It was beautiful. She went to the grocery store. It was awesome. I saw so many foods. You remember that one time Apple came and visited us?
Oh,
yeah.
There was cool. And produce, and I saw ice cream. I've never seen that inside of here.
You can't put ice cream in it. From what I remember, from the 7-Eleven where I lived before I lived here, the ice cream was in a cold box. Real cold box.
Yeah.
Tell me, Halls, have you ever experienced cold?
Yeah. Right after I was born, my brothers and I, all tightly wrapped up in our foil blankets, they put us. It was weird. I remember it felt like we were bouncing around a lot. It got really cold for a while, and we knew it was cold because we just knew it. You know that feeling where I have that little bit of liquid in my middle.
Mm-hmm.
It hardened. It got really hard. Then I remember a blinding light, and then they pulled us out of what was a long rectangular structure with wheels on it. And they brought us into the 7-Eleven and put us in a back room for a while. And then eventually we made it to the shelf.
Wow.
And then Delilah, well, she picked us. She could have picked anybody. She could have picked Hall's cherry. She could have picked eucalyptus, but no. She picked menthol.
I was gonna ask, does it hurt when you're cold because of the menthol?
It used to, but you get used to the pain.
Man, I love Delilah.
Yeah.
I love her. I would do anything for her.
Sometimes I just want to say, like, hey there, Delilah, do you want to come and get us? You know? Because how could she forget about us?
Maybe she... What was that CVS receipt?
Oh, she's a busy woman, you know?
I got an idea.
What?
What if we all stick together so then she remembers us? Because she's going to take out the CVS receipt sometime. So if, Halls, you are stuck to the CVS receipt, if I tie myself around there, she's going to remember us.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Hey, wait a minute. No. Don't look at that part of my receipt. No, don't look at that part of it.
What?
No, not the $3 off Halls.
Oh, no. She's going to use you to get new me.
I'm sorry. I've kept this secret for 4 weeks now.
And you expire. When do you expire? What's your expiration date? Don't lie to me this time.
A year.
Oh, so I've got a lot of time.
Yeah.
How much time do I have? You know that I don't have a strong concept of time. I'm a cough drop.
It's been months, man. It's been months.
Oh, days and months are the same to me. I'm a cough drop.
It could happen any time.
How could you betray us like this?
It's just who I am. It's my nature. Don't look at the lower half. The lower half of my receipt body. The one where it says free scrunchie with purchase.
No.
I'm sorry. Maybe that's why I was drawn to you. Because I felt bad for you both. You know, I don't talk over there to wallet. And I don't talk over there to nail clippers. Okay? I hang out with you two.
Because you knew we were destined for garbage.
Okay, maybe. But then I found out how cool you were. And not just cool in the menthol way.
Was it? Oh, no. She's opening us. She's opening the purse. Oh, no.
It's you, Scrunchy.
Oh,
It's you.
Scrunchy.
I'm ascending.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm so relieved.
Wait. Something's happening. Who are you?
I'm lipstick.
You could have done that all day. You could have done that all day.
The lipstick.
Not just cool in the menthol way. I agree. Good stuff. Awesome. Margaret, Clarissa, thank you so much for being on the show. Yeah.
Woo!
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So much fun to watch you improvise together. So much fun to learn of your love of Greek mythology, as well as plant life. You know, plant life in Greek mythology and pancakes. This might have been the greatest show of all time. And I don't say that every week. Well, I do. But it's always a great show every time. I love watching improvisers come together and just gelling so well. So thank you both for being guests on the show.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So everyone out there who's watching, thank you so much. 2MB Studios is where you are. This show happens every Sunday, but there's content all week. Really incredible stuff. There's talk shows. There's game shows. There's a a wrestling show called Quarantine Action Wrestling, where wrestling video game is played, but they're with characters created by comedians. So much fun to watch. So much great stuff. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to everything 2MB Studios. All sorts of great stuff happening. In the meantime, Margaret, Clarissa, audience, thank you for coming.